but the next superstar, if he's not already, he probably already is a superstar, is on the phone with us right now as we get ready for this weekend's massive card. Let's welcome to the program, and I practiced this so much, and I'm still going to screw it up.
Do it.
Let's welcome Adrian Yanez.
Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good?
How are you doing, Adrian? Was I at least close?
Yeah, Yanez, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I studied it real hard. Before we get started, I noticed you're part of a very, very special club that you're probably not even aware of.
Mm-hmm.
The club includes my good friend Max Payne Griffin, Felicia Spencer, the comedian Howie Mandel, the Hall of Famer Mariano Rivera, the quarterback Russell Wilson, everybody's favorite WWE superstar Dana Brooke, and myself. And that club is, and welcome to it, it's the November 29th birthday club.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what? I started I started correlating too, because you said Max Payne Griffin and then you said Felicia Spencer. I was like, oh, you know one thing I have in common with those guys? Those people? I was like, it's the same birthday. Yeah, so hey, hell yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to say welcome because I'm much older than you. But, it's always cool when I see that. I always reach out to Max, every birthday and we touch base. So expect phone calls or text messages moving forward.
Hell yeah, I'm with it.
Start of fight week. I know it's only the beginning of it. What's fight week like for you? How do you get through it? Do you try not to think about Saturday, or do you try to Apollo Creed it with Rob Font's photo on your mirror?
I wish I could say I did that, but I don't. I just go day by day, thinking about what I'm going to eat and what I can't eat. And pretty much I just look at photos of really good food, knowing that on Sunday, this I get to have all this stuff.
Explain that to me, because all the fighters tell me that fight week, you're cutting weight, and this is my joke, but it's true. I always say this: my next weight cut will be my cremation. So count on that. How do you guys watch it? It would drive me crazy to watch the Food Network knowing I can't eat for 2 more days.
Honestly, it's just it turns into it also kind of explains why we're fighters. We love pain. So knowing that we can't eat it probably brings some type of emotional trauma to us, and we're just like, you know what? This isn't close to the fight. This is close to the fight I'm gonna be able to get because I'm fighting to make weight. So, it turns into a whole thing. But yeah, no, it sucks. But knowing that there's the end date and you get to go out there and eat afterwards is, again, a big reason why Patty the Batty ends up getting so fat and overweight after his fights. Because he's probably doing the same thing we're all doing, just looking at the food, just I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. Luckily for me, it only lasts a day or two, and after that I can go back to eating normal.
The difference, though, between you and Patty is you're going to wait until the restaurant's open on Sunday morning, I would assume, and Patty's chowing down in the interview room.
Oh yeah. I've waited. But the only thing that I really want directly after the fight is a Dr. Pepper. That's the only thing I sit back and wait on. I think my last fight, I had them going all around searching for a Dr. Pepper, and it was and I'm in Texas. I'm in Austin, Texas, and wait, we can't get a Dr. Pepper over here. I was like, man. So they searched all around. They found me a cold one, and I was like, God, this is beautiful.
I will personally bring some Dr. Pepper into the media room so that you will have them when you come in after the fight on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, man, that would be absolute blessing. I would appreciate that so much, man.
So, Adrian, I'm looking at your Instagram. I see you were on the floor at the Rockets game this past week. We had some controversy in the NCAA women's tournament between trash talking and fighting. Is there anything that's off limits? Is there anything that's not allowed in trash talking?
Man, I really don't want family being brought into it. At least keep it between the two. In fighting, keep it between the two fighters. I don't like reaching out and I wouldn't want somebody talking about my son, because then that causes other problems that it's not going to be inside the cage. It spills outside. So, whatever happens in the cage between me and a fighter, stays within that cage. Even nothing says it better than that last fight I had in Austin. Me and that guy had very bad blood with each other. it stayed in the cage, and we just kept it between each other. You know, we didn't trash each other's family or anything like that. So respect in that sense. But anyways, still I don't like that guy. But either way, like I feel like training partners is a touchy subject depending on what the situation is. But like family for sure, don't touch the family.
Well, and I normally say there is no line. Because, like, if I don't like you and you don't like me, why would I care if you don't like me even more?
Oh,
but
yeah.
But you have to be careful of the consequences as well. You know, words have, I can't remember the word that goes with it. It's circumstances. You know, so.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, anytime somebody says something that you feel is out of line, you got to be able to deal with those consequences 100%. So, like, for me, those consequences are very, very high if you start considering, like, family and all that stuff. That's whenever we start having, like, bigger problems. But because I'm like, man, like, my son, my girl they don't need any of that. My mom doesn't need any of that and all that stuff. So, like, it would be.
They didn't sign up for that.
Yeah. So, like, for me, it's like, yeah, keep it between us. If you step outside that line, for me, then it turns into something else.
Before I ask you about your opponent, Rob Font, obviously this card is in Miami. Great food down there, so I know you're going to have the Dr. Pepper. I'm going to make sure of that Saturday. Have you already got plans on where you want to go, what you want to eat in such a great food city as Miami?
Yeah, there's actually a Cuban spot right outside the hotel that we're at. You know, I'm not going to say the name of it, but actually my training partners and my cornermen, they went to go test it out before I went, so before I go on Sunday. So for me, I'm really excited about it because it looks really, really good. So
here's what I'm going to recommend to you. I'm the king of this. So text me the name. I'll make the phone call. I'll get the sponsorship set where you guys can eat for free for the rest of the week you're there.
Oh, shit. No,
shoot.
Sorry for cutting. Oh, shoot. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, guys. I was like, man, that'd be pretty awesome. Thank you.
Yep. I can definitely do that. So give me your thoughts on your opponent. Big name, big talent, and Rob Font. A lot of eyes always on Rob. Give me your thoughts on him.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal fighter, and he's also one of those guys that I looked up to coming into the UFC. You know, he made his UFC debut whenever I was making my professional debut in MMA. So, yeah, like I have a lot of immense respect for him. He's a tough fighter, and he's that guy that's just not gonna stop. You know, so I really can't wait to step across the cage for him because it's gonna be a big challenge, a big test, and I can't wait for it because, man, he's been a part of the game for so long. He's stayed at that level for so long, and I just can't wait. I just can't wait to touch myself.
Not that you need a really great dance partner to win a performance since you've now done it 5 straight fights, but this definitely sets that up. He is that type of guy that can bring it so that you can, add that another number from 5 to 6 straight performances.
Oh, 100%. They had the fans in mind whenever they were booking this fight, so they 100% knew what they were doing, as like the UFC does.
Do you think about that? Obviously, you think about it before the fight, but once you're in the back and you're making the walkout, I mean, do you have to try to block that out? That hey, I've done it 5 straight times. All I got to go, or do you try to block that out and just concentrate on the task at hand?
Oh yeah, I block it out. Because I know what I have in front of me. If I'm not focused, then it's me waking up to the doctor with the lights in my eyes and all that stuff. So like I don't want to do that. So for me, I'm 100% focused on the task at hand. So all the other stuff that's on from the outside really doesn't bother me. I'm able to compartmentalize and throw that out.
Adrian, I am a very big believer in never forgetting. Whether it's, my grandson was stillborn and I would talk about him as much as I can because I never want to forget. And I want you to talk about Saul for a minute because I don't want people to either forget or people that don't know about him. So I want to give you an opportunity just to talk about Saul. I know you were pretty tight with him.
Yeah, Saul became my head coach in MMA in 2012, the year I graduated high school. I had another gym that I was going at, but we had a falling out, and then I ran into Saul, and that was the first gym we went to. First gym we went to, we saw him, me and my dad and my brother walked into the gym on a Saturday. We knew that we weren't going to leave. And Saul from then on would, he was a very stoic, didn't really show any emotions unless he was getting angry with people. But at the same time, every little small encouraging word that he would give you meant a lot more. And with that being said, he would, every once in a while he would be telling me, he's like, hey, you just keep grinding, man. You're the diamond in the rough. And for the longest time I didn't know what he meant by that, but yeah, everything that he's done for me is really paying off right now, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. He did so much for me, especially after my father had passed. He pretty much took a bigger role in my life and was pretty much like a role model, a mentor for me, and guided me right. And he made sure that I stayed in the gym, made sure I kept following my dreams and pursuing what I needed to, especially after everything that happened with my father. So that, and man, it was really hard losing him, but I knew that he would want me to keep on going and following whatever dreams. If I didn't want to fight, he'd be like, hey man, go chase what you want to do in life, go do it. Same, he had the same message as my father. So it was, it's kind of weird. It was kind of weird because man, him and my dad both had the same type of mentality, and I guess that's why it works so well.
Connected. Yeah, that's why it connected. Good stuff. Well, obviously I wanted you to talk about him. I go way back with Saul, back when he was with Tito and Rico and all those guys. What can the fans expect Saturday night when this fight of the night, performance of the night goes off on the main card? What can they expect?
Man, they can expect an absolute war. It's going to be an absolute war, and I'm excited. I'm excited to go to war. That's the craziest thing to hear is I'm excited to go to war. I really am excited because he's going to bring a side of me that I never had to dig into, and I know I'm going to bring out a side of him that he has to bring back from way back in wars and all that stuff. So for me, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited, and I can't wait. I can't wait to put on a performance. I can't wait to go out there and show out in front of the Miami fans. I can't wait. And I'm getting excited all over again. I'm getting jittery. I want to go for a run now.
And I can't wait for you to enjoy those Dr. Peppers after the fight. Adrian, thank you very much for your time. I know we have your address. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong for coming on and talking to us. And I'll see you in Miami on Saturday.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You as well. Adrian is going to, Adrian Yanez. It is going to be the fight of the night. I mean, how can it not be? Seriously.
This kid's a star.
He's a star. And Rob Font is from the cartel in Boston. Hopefully the cartel in Colombia will leave me alone. Yeah. But Rob is from the cartel in Boston. So good stuff. Nice young man.
Great guy.
And he is part of the future.
Well, I looked up research on Instagram, and now I am following him. So he has a new follower. And after our next break, I'll share with you who's following me now as of last night.
Okay. Personally, I don't care.
Oh, you do.
And the fans don't care.
He's a legend.
Whatever.
He is a UFC legend.
You don't want to tell me.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Well, because if you tell me, I'll have him unfollow you.
No. He has you blocked, I believe.
I don't think so.
I think you're still blocked.
And first of all, if it's who you think it is, first of all, I'm not blocked. And second, he's not a legend.
Oh, he's a legend.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it. I want to talk about the NCAA controversy. And even more controversy has come out since then.
Oh,